Hey there guys, how's it going? Welcome back to the channel. This is a quick review of How to Train Your Dragon 3, The Hidden World. Let's go right into the video. Boom! So we're actually going to start with the animation, and the one thing I have to say about it is that it's just brilliant. The animation in this movie is stellar. There's nothing bad I can say about it. There's a few moments towards the third act where the action isn't as great as it could be, but that's just the action. It's got nothing to do with the actual animation and the way the movie looks. The movies get better as they go along. The first How to Train Your Dragon had good animation. The second one improved drastically, and the third one is just it's just a shadow of what the last one used to be. It's a spectacle to watch, and that's just really the greatest thing about these movies, that they improve as they go along, and there's nothing bad you can say about that. Alright, so we're gonna move on to the vocal performances in this movie, and we're gonna start off with Jay Baruchel, who gives a good performance. It's not mind-blowing. He is Hiccup, you know, it sounds like Hiccup, it is Hiccup. It's the same as all the other movies. Similarly, America Ferrera, who plays Astrid, is in the exact same spot. Kate Blanchett is Viking. She's pretty good actually. Kit Harington is Eric. I didn't know he was in this movie, but when I figured it out, it was pretty dang good. Craig Ferguson returns as Gobber, and you never even notice him in the movie until you see the cast list. Yeah, and I didn't know he was in the cast of any of the How to Train Your Dragon movies till this one when I looked at the cast list. So all the characters come back, and Grimmel, can't pronounce the actor's name, F. Murray Abraham, he comes back and he does a good job. It's nothing mind-blowing. They're good performances, and they all do a good job. It's just nothing that elevates the previous movies in any way, shape, or form. They're just good performances, which is nothing you can scoff at. Now we're gonna move on to the writing in this movie, and let me just tell you, this is some of the best writing I've seen in any animation within the last 10-15 years, because this movie has some thrilling moments, has some heartwarming moments. There's a beautiful kind of 15-minute scene towards end of the second act, beginning of the third act, that was just amazing. Rousing and spectacular action scenes. It's got a great story. Everything about this story was just fantastic. They did not skip a beat, and that just adds to the pacing, which is actually my next topic that I'm going to move on to. But all in all, the story was just great. They had a story to tell, they told it well, and they had some great moments in the movie just from the writing alone. Alright, so we're going to move on to the pacing in this movie. And the pacing actually has this amazing kind of rhythm to it, and if you look at it closely, you'll see this rhythm that goes along with the movie, and that's that in the first 15 to 20 minutes, the movie is very slow, and it has this pace that just builds and builds and builds up until like the end of that 20 minutes being like the high peak of the pacing, and then that starts again. It builds and builds every 20 minutes. It starts from the get-go, builds up, and it just every 20 minutes the pacing becomes slow, and it just builds up to this fast-paced movie, and it does that every 20 minutes, and that's just, it gave this rhythm to the movie that gave it this upbeat feel. There is a moment towards the second act where it does kind of feel boring, but that's not really because of the pacing. That's kind of because nothing's happening, and I didn't find it boring at all, but you could find it boring if you looked at it that way, and that's fine. I don't mind that. But all in all, the pacing in this movie had this great rhythm that kept increasing and then decreasing and increasing and decreasing. Not that worked pretty well, and I like that about the movie. Just remember guys, it's all subjective.
For the record, I'm done trying to make y'all comfortable. For the record, you ain't trying to grow, then it's done.